Welcome to the second episode of our Year 9 Physics Revision session based on some selected worked examples, and this will be number 2 of those examples. Now, this question again is on static electricity. This is the diagram of a polythene rod being rubbed with a woolen cloth. You know that the whole idea of static electricity is based on friction. When two things rub against each other, they exchange charges. So we say that the polythene rod becomes negatively charged. The only reason anything will become negatively charged is if they have gained electrons. So the possibility that the polythene rod becomes negatively charged is because electrons have been transferred, okay, from the cloth. And you can use different choice of what. You can say electrons have been removed from the cloth to the rod. Okay, so this idea of electrons being transferred is definitely 1 mark, and showing from where to where is definitely the other mark. And it is very important that we highlight this when we are answering the questions, especially when the question says 2 marks. You need to think of the best way to get those two marks. And the second part of this question is also very important, and this is showing the idea of charges being connected to force. The student put the charged polythene rod onto a balance. A balance, as we all know, measures the mass. The rod was separated from the metal pan of the balance by a thin block of insulating material. The purpose of the insulating material is to make sure that there is no transfer of electrons to the metal, because metal by nature will conduct electrons away. The student then held the second charged polythene rod above but not touching. This is charging by induction. So the reading on the balance increased. Now, the only reason the reading will increase is if there is a force that is pushing downwards. Okay? There is a force pushing upward because the 2 rods must have been of the same charges. So we can then say, so the 2 rods have same charges, therefore they repel each other. Okay, so the repelling force pushes down on the balance, and that force is measured in terms of the mass there. So basically the balance is feeling the force, the repelling force that is pushing downwards on it, this force that is pulling downwards, and that is being expressed in terms of change in mass. Don't forget, even if you have a mass, this is approximately 1 Newton. You can convert it to weight. And that is how we answered this kind of question. And the final part of this particular example, is what should be the conclusion of the student from this particular experiment. Now, as you can see, we can talk about the distance. We can connect the distance and the charge. So the students observed that the nearer the 2 rods are to each other, the bigger the increase in the balance. So we can then conclude that the distance, the bigger the distance of separation, or the distance between the charges, the stronger Okay, the weaker the repelling force, and vice versa. And you can also say the shorter the distance between charges, the stronger the repelling force. Now, the use of the word repelling and the distance between charges are required to get the full mark. Otherwise, you will only get 1 mark. So connecting the effect of the distance between the charges and the size of the force is required for you to get this mark. And that's how you do questions like that. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your exams.